Okay, this is not a custom video. No, it is not. This is an evolution of Augustus Cole figure. Now, this is like my Storm Collectibles Marcus video. This is the Storm Collectibles Cole. So I'm going to pause it and then I'm going to get rid of this and we'll get into this whole video. Okay, so this is the Storm Collectibles Cole. He is an amazing figure. He's kind of like the Marcus, but he is slightly better. So before I get into accessories and articulation, let's do accessories first. Actually, that makes more sense. Right. So as you can see, he's got a little hammer burst. He's also got this little boot knife there, which does come out. See, does come out. Try to be careful, I don't want that to pop off because it can also come out. He also does come with his bashball helmet, which is very beautifully detailed. If my focus would like to assist me in this. No, it doesn't want to. Right, well, anyway. It is wearable. So I'll just prove that. Goes on pretty nicely. And it's not like a hard plastic, it's very soft. Very pliable, so you can get it on and off without scuffing, which is lovely. Let's put there. So let's get into his accessories. He also, like Marcus, comes with a Nasher, which I'll show here. Sorry, I've got it all in like a tub, so you got to bear with me. Also got his snub pistol. The head that he's currently sporting is his Gears of War 5 Old Man Cole head, and you do get a Gears of War Ultimate Edition Young Cole head, which is the most accurate Cole figure we've ever gotten, which you'll see very soon. And then obviously we just have a whole bunch of hands, just like the Marcus. If you want to see a proper review on this, there are literally loads and loads. This is just my quick review of the figure. So you get about, I think it's 8 hands, which is pretty good. And that's it. That's really all you get, and that's all you need, really. I don't think you need anything else for this figure at all. So let's put him in the middle. Actually, no, let's put him here. Let's just put him here, and you'll see why. So let's move all the accessories away, apart from the one he is holding, because that just makes it easier for me. Trying to do this like dropping any, because honestly, trying to touch figures with these gloves is a nightmare. But my hands are very horrible to look at, and I don't want to scare people away. So let's go into the evolution of Cole. So let's start off with the first Cole figure we ever got, which was NECA's Gears of War Cole. Now, just... do not get me wrong. NECA make amazing figures. And in terms of detailing, this is a beautiful figure. Like the skin toning is very nice. The armor itself is very nice. The layout of the figure is very nice. It just looks nothing like Cole. Like even in the first game, he didn't look like that. Ugh. And as I've said in previous videos about Cole's arm articulation, it's awful. And like the thing is, you have to like line it up, otherwise it looks off. It's really bad. It's so, here, example. You have to like line it up for it to match. It's very off-putting. So that's the Gears of War 1 Cole, and he only came with 2 simple accessories: a snub pistol and a chainsaw lancer. That's it. That's all he came with. Pretty simple, but obviously for the first Cole figure, we weren't going to complain. The only thing that was horrible was the face. The face is terrible. Looks nothing like Cole. Then we go into Gears of War 3. Now, they never made a Gears of War 2 Cole because he wore the exact same armor and he looked the same in the game, so they didn't make like a second figure for him, really. There was no updates to him, it was just the same figure. But we get a Gears of War 3 Cole. Now, this Cole has much better articulation. And even though the head and the face is a lot better than this, it just still didn't really look like Cole. Not in any way does it feel like Cole. And you know it's Cole because it said his name on the box and because of the clothing he's wearing. He's the only one that wears this kind of green with the yellow. But other than that, you wouldn't know it was Cole. You'd think it's another character that, you didn't get to see in the game. And he came with one weapon, but it's the only way to get this weapon with him. It's a really cool big gun called a one-shot. Very pain in the arse, very fragile, but it's a lovely gun nonetheless. You'll see in the future there will be individual reviews on my official figures in my collection, so you will see those, just a heads up. So when we look at the NECA Gears of War 1 to NECA Gears of War 3 to Storm Collectibles Cole. By the way, this armor is actually supposed to be this armor. Like, this armor has this design in the game. So I don't know what happened with the pouch being on the wrong side and the knife being on the wrong boot and everything being weird. But yeah, so this is what I'm saying. It's, in terms of that, it's really, really, it's not great. It's not great at all. I do like the Gears of War 3 Cole though, in terms of armor, in terms of articulation, but I will admit, as much as I really love the NECA Gears of War figures and how I wish they could make more and get the license back, Storm has completely knocked Cole out of the park in terms of a figure release, and this is why. So let's move the originals down and let's get into why the new Storm Collectibles Cole is the definitive Cole to really get. If you don't want to collect every single figure and you just want one of each character, I'd say definitely go for this Cole. He does scale very well with other NECA figures in the Gears of War line, but let's get into why. So number one, Gears of War 1 Cole, his head articulation is, it's a big neck. That's it. It's just, that's the most you can really do because of the way it's sculpted and stuff. Then with Gears of War 3 Cole, head articulation is just really that. You don't really get much of a look down or a look. Well, look up's okay. Like, that's it. That's the most you get, right? So, in terms of this Cole, right, bring it closer, you get that completely down. Then you get, I'm trying not to show with the armor. You do get him to look up, not as far as the NECA one, but he looks down a lot more. But you do get complete head rotation, which is lovely. Then in terms of arms, he's been given the same kind of articulation that the Gears of War 3 Cole was given in the arm, which is this butterfly joint. But to get his arm up, you have to really, you can't, like for example here, you have to get this bit underneath the butterfly joint just to get it to about there, right? Whereas obviously with this one is you can, right, I have heard that is a very common issue with Cole. In all the videos I've watched with him, people have said that happens a lot, and I don't know why it would, but without that happening, you can get his arm up to about there. Try this one. Yeah, see? Like, you can get it, like, flat out. Like he's making the shape of an airplane, yeah. Yeah, so he's making the shape of an airplane there. Okay. So that's his arm articulation in terms of going like that. but they are on butterfly joints. They don't work as well as I thought they would, but they do go in and out. But obviously you get full rotation there. Double jointed elbows, which actually does work out really nicely. There is like a ball joint hinge wrist. You can get some really good positions here. If it doesn't embarrass me again. You can get him to do all kinds of stuff that the other ones really cannot do. Yeah, it's yeah. So yeah, I found that with Marcus, I can actually get him to do the talking to control, because he's got like the one finger on the trigger thing. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So in terms of like chest and stomach, yet again, the Gears of War 1 didn't have any, but Gears of War 3, that's it. That's all. But for the Storm Collectibles, you've got the top half articulation. So let's move his arms back. So you've got top half articulation, and then you've also got stomach articulation. So you can get him leaning over like that far, which is pretty cool. Although it does make him look like he's in immense agony. But yeah, see? And then you can get him going back about that far. Yep. Then in terms of legs, I'm struggling with the legs for mine. I think I'm going to have to heat them up. But with Gears of War 3, it's on a T-joint, so you can get them up about that far. You can get front and back. Whereas this one, I don't know if it's because like the joints might be a bit stiff, but you can get it to about that far, left and right. You can get this one about that far, you can get that one about equal. Back though, you can't really get them back, which is a bit of a shame, because kneeling poses is always a plus. But he's got double jointed knees, and yet again I'm having problems with the feet. He has got ankle pivot and he has got toe pivot, but you can't use it, and his ankles don't go down that far. Like, they just do a simple left and back. So I don't know if it's because my joints are like stiff for this Cole. I may have to revisit with some like warm water or a hairdryer and see if I can fix that. But in terms of a Cole figure, you know, I mean, they're all pricey now. Each figure for Gears of War is technically pricey now. They're all going up and up and up. But if you was just to collect one character, and I'm talking about like, instead of having the variants or having multiple versions, if you wanted just one figure of each character, which would you get? Would you buy the Gears of War 1 Cole because it matches the NECA line? Would you buy the Gears of War 3 Cole because it matches the NECA line? Or would you buy this amazing Storm Collectibles Cole? Yes, mine may have some few issues, but like I've said, there are other channels out there that show much better reviews, and they were able to get him into poses that I can't at the moment. I think if you check out some Cole Storm Collectible reviews, you'll see just how amazing this figure really is. I'm only showing you glimpses of what he can possibly be and do. At the end of this video, I am going to put up some still photos that I took when I first got him in different poses and positions in different ways, and you'll see that, including an epic shot with him going up against my custom Berserker that I showed in my last video. And I hope you enjoy. I really hope you enjoy. And if you want to collect all three of these, that's up to you. But I'm asking you guys in the comments, if you had to own only one of these for your one and only Cole figure to go with your set, which would yours be? Anyway, that is it. Take care. See you all soon. Bye.